Next character we have, I love this. I'm gonna enjoy this so much. Hey guys, it's me, 1239 here, and in today's video, I'm going to be tier ranking all of the High School Musical, the series, season 3 characters. Yay! So in the last video I posted, I tier ranked all of the ships from season 3 of the show. So if you want to check out that video, I'll leave a link right here for you guys to check that out. And then you guys can come back to this one to check out this video. So I have included all of the main characters and the recurring characters, and I'm really excited. So before we start this video, I just want to give a disclaimer. These are just my opinions. I respect everyone's opinions about how they think that these characters should be ranked. And so we're just here to have fun, and it shouldn't be taken very seriously. It's just something that I thought would be fun to do. And so without further ado, let's get started now. So while these tiers are kind of self-explanatory, we're going to go over them again. So first we have Superior, which are all of the characters that I think are the top of the top. Then we have Love but Not Superior. So while I do love these characters, they're also not like my ultimate favorite characters. And then we have the like characters, which they are the characters that I like them, but I don't necessarily have stronger feelings than that. Okay characters are the characters that I don't really feel like were very developed that much, and I feel like I need to see them more in season 4. The dislike tier are the characters that I didn't like. Honestly, I don't think that there is more than one character that I dislike. Actually, I don't think that they even belong in the dislike tier. And that leads us to the trash tier, which is basically reserved for Channing. Let's get started now. So first we have Alex, who played young Elsa in the musical. And while I did appreciate her helping out Courtney and the writers giving her a relatable storyline like they did with Courtney, I also feel like we didn't get a lot from her regardless. Like, she didn't get a song like EMMY did, and I feel like we could have seen more of her character, but of course they only had 8 episodes, so I feel like they should have had more episodes. So that's kind of like my critique about that. So while I do like her, I also feel like we didn't get enough from her yet, so I'm hoping that that will happen in season 4. And so I'm gonna put her in the okay section. The next character that we have is ASHLYN. Now, this is tricky. I'm gonna be a bit harsh here because during my reaction series of season 3, I did say I hated the way that ASHLYN was portrayed in season 3. Like, I didn't like her character, especially when it came to Gina, because she seemed like she was just very jealous of Gina. And while she did learn to kind of like accept who she is, and she was kind of a bit more humbled by the end of the season, I feel like the majority of season 3 was just me like, I couldn't really stand her all that much. I love the actress, I love her voice, she's incredible, but for this particular season, like most of the time I didn't like her, so I guess I'm gonna put her in dislike. And I know I'm being harsh when I say that because I loved her song and I loved her storyline where they kind of hinted at her having a crush on MADDOX. I love that part, but most of the season I felt like she was annoying, so I'm gonna put her in dislike. The next character we have is Big Red. Now, I love Big Red. He's everything, and I wish he would have been in the season a lot more than he was, so I'm gonna put him in like. We had a little bit more of him, even though he was only in 1 episode. We did find out in the last episode that he is bisexual, and he had a little moment with ASHLYN, which I really liked, and I really hope all the best for him, you know? And we also kind of already know his character from the last 2 seasons, so I think that kind of helped with my decision to put him in the like section. The next character we have is Carlos. Okay, I love Carlos. Not in all situations. I feel like sometimes I'm like, what is he doing? Like, what are these decisions that he's making? But at the same time, some of the things that he has said in this season has made me laugh a lot. Just for that, I'm gonna put him in the love section. Because some of the things he said, like when he said in the first episode, what's next? A blood sacrifice? That made me laugh a lot. So the next character we have is Carol, who is one of Nini's moms. We really didn't get anything with her in this season. I feel like Nini's moms were really just there for the Nini like send-off and for her to have like someone to interact with besides Courtney and Miss Jen, who are part of the main cast. And I don't think that we're going to get any more of Nini's moms just because Olivia is no longer going to be on the show. So I'm going to put her in the okay tier. Next character we have, I love this. I'm going to enjoy this so much. We're going to put Channing in the trash tier. I love the actor. I actually saw an interview with him with Jonna Almost Famous. You guys should check out that interview. I'll leave a link to it in the description box of this video. Jonna interviewed the actor and he seems incredible. Like, he seems so nice and everything. I dislike his character so much. Like, he played a great villain. But for the sake of his character and the fact that he was like invading all of the kids' privacy, he was just, you know, thinking about himself as a filmmaker. He wasn't really thinking about anyone's feelings. And also just because of the fact that he messed up Courtney's performance. So he belongs in trash. Ooh, okay. Going off of Channing, the next character that we have to rank is Corbin. This is interesting. I know that they played his character off satirically. He's egotistical and doesn't really see anyone else but himself. He doesn't really care about anyone else but himself. He did have a redemption arc. I love the fact that he stood up to Channing. I don't think I'm gonna put him in the superior tier, even though he is Corbin Blue. We love Corbin Blue. But I didn't really always enjoy the way that he was portrayed in the show, especially in the moment where he rejected Gina's request to like do the East High cheer. That part actually hurt me physically. For that reason, I am going to put him in the love but not superior tier. So the next character we have is Nini's other mom, Dana or Dana. I don't know how to pronounce her name. Like with Carol, we are probably not going to see more of her, and she was pretty much in season 3 only for the fact that Nini had to have more people to interact with and have her own like mini storyline, so she wasn't a really big part of the show, and I don't feel like we know that much about her. So just like with Carol, I'm gonna put Dana or Dana in the okay tier. The next character we have, and I'm so excited for this because okay, we have Jason Earls, who plays Dewey in the show, Dewey Wood. If you've seen my reaction series, you would know how much I love Jason Earls and how I always mention him in every video because he's such an iconic Disney Channel actor. And so for that reason, he is, even though he didn't have... I feel like I'm being hypocritical. I am being hypocritical when I say this. He didn't have character development, and we didn't really get to see him that much in the show, but I'm a little biased just because it's Jason Earls, and he did have a lot of nice one-liners that made me laugh. And so for that reason, I'm gonna put him in superior just because of that. Like, he's incredible, and I hope that we get to see him in season 4. I don't know if that's actually gonna happen, but that is my only request for season 4, is that we get more Jason Earls. The next character we have is EMMY. Now with EMMY, I feel like we did get to see a bit more of her. She had her own musical number, which I think is a lot, and the fact that it was This Is Me from Camp Rock is such a big deal, and she has an incredible voice. And so because of that, I'm actually going to put her in the like tier. Like, I really enjoyed her rendition of This Is Me. It was amazing. The next character we have is Jet. Now this is a very complex character to rank. Jet is not perfect and he's done a lot of mistakes. It's hard to really rank him. I do love his voice, and I love the fact that he wanted to make things right with MADDOX. It's really hard to rank this character. I'm gonna put him in the like tier because, like I said, I like the fact that he had somewhat of a redemption arc with MADDOX. Like, the fact that he outed her is kind of irredeemable. I honestly don't really know how the fandom feels about him, but I think it's also important to acknowledge the fact that he wants to change and that he's changing, and so that's why I'm putting him in the like tier. If he hadn't outed out MADDOX, I would have put him in the love but not superior tier probably. The next character we have is Courtney. Oh my god, I love Courtney's voice. I love the Let It Go scene. She did incredible, and I love her storyline with anxiety. I definitely think that she is a superior character in the show. Like, she's incredible, and I felt like in the first season she definitely deserved a lot more exposure and a story arc with her character, and we didn't really get to see that in the first season, but slowly we have gone to see more of her character that isn't just like a superficial thing. Like, she has deep fears and we get to see her in a more vulnerable state. I really enjoyed that, and I also related to some of the things that she was going through. And so for that, she's going in the superior tier. The next character we have is Lily. You guys should probably know where she's going, but I guess I gotta explain why. I don't know. I think I would have been open to the idea if they redeemed her character in season 3, but I feel like at this point it's kind of too late to do that in season 4. And she really didn't seem sorry for stealing Ricky's harness, and so that's a big no for me. I really thought that she would have changed by that point and at least tried to preserve the relationship, and also like just the way that she was acting at the beginning with like filming TikToks with Ricky in the background. It just seemed like she was using him and it didn't really feel very authentic. Maybe it did in the end of season 2. I was like, maybe this could be something different and something exciting, but it just completely went away in the first episode of season 3. And so for that, she's going right next to Channing. And honestly, I don't know who's worse. I honestly don't know who's worse. I mean, I guess she's a teenage girl. I don't know, she kind of gets a pass for being younger, and Channing should definitely know better than to film kids and exploit them, basically. I'm just gonna put them right next to each other like that. The next character that we have is MADDOX. Now, I really like MADDOX as a character. I was kind of off-putted by her in the beginning when she like didn't want Courtney to help her with like the backstage stuff, but she honestly quickly grew on me. Honestly, I'm gonna put her in superior. I don't know, like, first of all, I love her voice. Second of all, I feel like her story is very compelling, and I love the fact that we had to kind of guess what was going on with her. There was kind of a mystery to her that I thought was interesting and intriguing. Like when she mentioned that there was someone at camp that she was close with, and we didn't really know who that was. It could have been Nini, it could have been Jet, and then we found out that Jet was her brother, and then we found out about her whole storyline with Madison, and now we have like ASHLYN in the mix. Like, I feel like she has a lot going for her, and I really enjoyed seeing her storyline in the show. The next person we have is Madison. Like, I don't have any strong emotions towards Madison because we only got her in one episode. She didn't really do much. I mean, she was there for MADDOX and she kind of got her out of her shell. It was like very minimal and it didn't really feel like she needed to be there as much. I don't know. So I'm gonna put Madison in the okay tier. The next person we have is Marvin. I felt like Marvin was very awkward, but I also felt like that was very similar to me, so we didn't get to see him that much. While I do like him, we also like, I don't think he's coming back because he was part of Nini's storyline and Nini's mini story arc in season 3. He's not a bad character or anything, but I also don't really have any strong feelings about him. So we're gonna put him in the okay tier. The next character we have is Michelle, that is also my name, who is Courtney's mom. Now, I believe Courtney's mom only appeared in one episode in this season, and while she was being the supportive parent towards a kid who feels homesick, which is very common, we didn't really get anything with her, so I'm gonna have to put her in the okay tier as well. The next character we have is Miss Jen. This is kind of hard for me because I love Miss Jen. I love her so much, but I also don't like the fact that she chose Ricky's dad. I'm sorry. She really has to choose the teacher in season 4. I completely forgot his name. The fact that she chose Ricky's dad is a no for me. But I love her as a character. I love how she's kind of a mother figure towards all the kids and she's always there for them in every way. I also feel like it's kind of too much sometimes, but I also understand that maybe some of the kids don't have a very supportive parent. I'm gonna put her in the love but not superior. I know it's kind of controversial, but I do love how accepting she is towards the kids. And I also love the fact that she's right next to Corbin Blue. The next character we have is Nini. I've loved her in the past 2 seasons, but her storyline in season 3 wasn't all that exciting. And while it was so great seeing her still appear in the show and seeing her on screen was wonderful, but what was happening like in her life wasn't all that exciting. I'm sorry. And I also would have loved, even though it's probably very controversial, but I would have loved to have seen her and Ricky have a moment specifically, but also her with the other characters, not just Courtney. I would have loved to have seen a better send-off with her and the other characters, like with her saying goodbye to all the characters. I'm not gonna put her in superior, but I'm gonna put her in love but not superior. I'm being very harsh with some of these. The next character we have is Seb. I love Seb. I love his moment in season 1 where he played Sharpay and he sang stick to the status quo. I love that part. And while we didn't get a lot with Seb this season, I love the part where he interrupted the Portwell breakup scene and he just came in and barged in and was like, Elton John? It was so great. It was so iconic. I don't know. He's great. I'm gonna put him in love but not superior. And I'm gonna put him right next to Carlos. The next character we have is Val. Another complicated decision. I didn't really have very strong feelings towards Val. Like, she was kind of just there. I love the fact that she was a good friend towards EJ in his time of need, but I also don't really feel like we got that much from her. And so I'm just gonna put her in okay. I don't know, I might change my mind later. The next character we have is Gina. Gina is definitely going in superior. She is my favorite character in season 3 and in season 2 as well. She's great. Love her dancing. I love the fact that she grew so much from season 1, and this season was her season. She was incredible. Kind of like how I've explained in my reaction videos. The fact that she knows her worth, but she still isn't Gina 1.0. Like, she's incredible and she's an amazing friend. For that, she's going in superior. She is probably gonna go in front of Jason Earls because she's my favorite character. Next character we have is EJ. He's also going in superior. I think he's gonna go behind Jason Earls. Favorite character has to be Gina, and then everyone else comes after Jason Earls, basically. I related so much to one specific thing that EJ went through in the season, and for that, he is one of my favorite characters, and I feel for him. He was also done the most dirty. At the end, it really sucked to see him like that, but yeah, that's where I'm gonna put him. Final character we have is Ricky. Now, this is, I think, where it's kind of controversial, and like, if you don't agree, it's fine. I know a lot of people love Ricky as a character, like love Ricky as a character. And I like Ricky. He's not gonna go in my superior tier. He is going to go in my in my like tier. Like, I do like Ricky. I think he's funny sometimes. He's lovable and I love how he's there for Gina. But I also feel like in some cases he's like lacking. Like when he's late to rehearsals or when he doesn't remember the characters' names, or he hasn't read the scripts, and it's kind of, sometimes he just doesn't really feel like he's taking things seriously, and that's really the part that turns me off about him. But besides that, I like some of the stuff he does as a character, and I also think he has an incredible voice. Okay, so that's the end. Now I'm gonna just, reassess and see if I want to put anyone in a different position, in a different tier, or just organize them differently. I think superior tier is fine. I'm gonna leave everyone as is. I might put Nini in front of Miss Jen. Yeah. And I might put Corbin behind Nini. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave it like that for love but not superior. For the like tier, I'm gonna put EMMY behind Ricky. I think that's how I'm gonna leave it. And I love the fact that these two are kind of competing for Ricky's friendship. For the okay tier, I guess I'm gonna put Marvin in front. Val I don't think belongs. Okay, I'm gonna put Val right there. I just realized ASHLYN is the only character I said I disliked. I think she's gonna stay there. If season 4 ASHLYN is amazing, I will put her in superior. But for now, she's gonna stay in dislike. And lastly, we have Channing and Lily. I think I'm gonna keep it like that because Channing was he was the main villain in season 3, and Lily was only in 1 episode. So that was my tier ranking for High School Musical, the musical, the series, season 3 characters. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below if you agree or disagree. How would you rank these characters? Please let me know. I would love to hear your thoughts. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for always watching. Mwah. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I also did a ships tier ranking for all of the ships in season 3 of the show. You guys can check out that video as well if you want. And in the next video, I'll be ranking all the High School Musical, the musical, the series, season 3 songs. So I hope you'll stick around for that. Subscribe to this channel if you guys want. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Thank you so much to Raster, I'm Danny Fanta, Merry Crispatito, and Zari Abdar for becoming channel members. It really means a lot to me. If you are interested in joining my channel membership, you can click on the join button on my main channel channel page, or you can find the join button below any of my videos. Currently, there are only 2 tiers, the Kindred Spirits tier and the Green Gables tier, so check out those options if you feel like joining my channel membership. And once again, thank you to my channel members for joining. That's it for now. I'll see you guys later. Bye! Mwah.